For the first time since both consoles launched, Xbox managed to outsell the PlayStation 5 in North America and Europe for the month of February. Both generation of consoles have been out for well over a year and for the most part has been selling well despite some supply issues due to chip shortages. While it is being reported that the series consoles sold 12 million units, PlayStation is well ahead with just over 17 million units sold. That being said, chip shortages has plagued Sony to the point where they missed targets and even had to reduce some of their predictions. Despite all of this, sales continue to be great and the console is considered a huge success, beating out Xbox every month. That tide, however, is now starting to shift as Xbox managed to reign supreme in the month of February, which indicates a massive shift. Xbox for the last few years has been working hard to rebuild the reputation they once had during the Xbox 360 days. During the previous generation, the platform fell heavily short and it looked like they might never recover. Exclusive games was ignored, and to a larger extent, games overall was ignored in favor of TV features and a Kinect that nobody asked for. As a result, PlayStation regained all the ground they lost and managed to build back favor with the PlayStation 4 completely dominating that generation. With the launch of the PS5, it looked like the same trend might continue, but it was clear that Xbox was not going to give up that easily. They decided to go back to their roots and focus on games. Massive acquisitions was made in the form of Bethesda and all the studios that accompany them. They doubled down on Xbox Game Pass and decided to release everything on the platform day and date. The result was 25 million subscribers and counting. Not only did they focus on the services, but they also wanted to ensure that the Xbox Series X console was the most powerful system on the market. During the previous generation, one of the biggest complaints was the lack of power the Xbox One had, and Microsoft was dead set not to repeat that mistake again. They also understood that lots of people did not have $500 and decided to launch a cheaper alternative alongside it. The Xbox Series S makes up the majority of sales for Xbox and has turned out to be a massive success for the company. It has long since been said that the cheapest console would win this generation, and although PlayStation has their own digital PlayStation 5 alternative, it still costs $100 more. With that said, the Sony module is still extremely strong, and to this day the gold standard. They continue to sell well, and it is #1 almost all the time, making up the majority of all sales. However, Xbox is slowly catching up, and this generation is much closer than people think.